To Ryan with Lunchtime with RJ. So thank you here for tuning in for the show. We appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, this is one of those opportunities for you to be able to chat with me a bit, ask me any questions or things that are coming up with Invicta. And make sure to stay till the end because we have a big top value coming up here this Wednesday. That will be at 11 p.m. Central Time, so it's going to be midnight Eastern. And also, we have a little special deal for you too because we're going to be doing another show here through Evine, sort of like this. I'm going to be with Kimberly and also with Fatima. We're going to give you a special code at the end, which I think you'll definitely like if you tune into my show here coming up on Thursday via YouTube. So we're going to kick off. We're going to have about 3 different watches here and also a little bit of a preview going on. So the first item number here, we're going to go by 658437. And this watch happens to be from the Bolt collection, and it's a quartz chronograph. We do have 4 different color choices, and I'll go through those 4 different color choices right here, super quick. You're ordering by the case and then the cable color. So this first option that I have right here then would be the gold tone with the black cable. So you'd order that under gold tone black. The next color choice, if you want to get into that white strap, will be then the gold tone, silver tone, as you'll see right here. Third color choice, gold tone with that blue cable. And of course, then you do have the blue strap that's also associated with it. And the final color choice then, a little bit more of the sinister look, is then that black that goes with that silver tone cable. So this is a big watch. We're talking about a 50 millimeter. However, 50 millimeters almost seems to be commonplace for a lot of you collectors out there even now. And with the silicone strap that's associated with it, makes the watch super, super comfortable. What I like about this watch is that, oh here, first of all, Mike says hello everybody, and also Irving, hey everybody. So thank you guys for commenting. Again, comment underneath here if you'd like to chat here during the course of the show. And remember, if you're not subscribing to Evine on YouTube, please click that little subscribe button just right underneath the screen here so you can actually get the updates from Evine themselves. So anyway, little shenanigans going on behind the screen here, which always makes it really fun for me when I'm not the one responsible for it. Anyways, but hopefully you can hear some of that giggling from everybody else. All right, a couple things about the watch. Real quick, 50 millimeters, 18 millimeters, you can just hit send a voicemail on that phone call. My phone's blowing up right now. And I don't even have it. So 18 millimeters, we're talking about the profile of the timepiece. So as you'll see right here, that's 3/4 of an inch, just beautifully polished with that 18 karat gold on 3 of the versions. And then of course then the black version you'll see right here is that black ionic plating. So it's that cable design, about a 2 millimeter cable that just surrounds the entire bezel of the watch. And I want you to look inside too, because actually one of the guys behind the scenes here, Jamie, he really had his eye on this blue version. As you can see right here, that beautiful mother of pearl. You can just see how that sparkles and shines on the inside. And I know people have said before that the mother of pearl, it's not really kind of their deal, and that's totally cool. In my opinion, I love the mother of pearl. And actually, I'd like to include more into my collection. I'll just go back to the same frame here, Jamie. Check this out. I want to show the black. Watch this here in a second. You'll be able to see those different orients right there. Look at how that's just popping on the inside of that timepiece. So it's a quartz chronograph variation, caliber movement. So what we have is, it's pretty cool. You have your 24-hour scale right at this position. I just started the chronograph, and you'll see that chronograph is actually on that disc system. So it's a little bit of a modified movement that we've included in for this watch. So the watch will fit wrist sizes all the way up to about 9 inches. We include in the premium flame fusion crystal that's going to protect that beautiful dial on the inside of the timepiece. And if you want to go swimming with this watch, you easily can at 100 meters of water resistance. Let me see if anybody else here. Angel just joined. What's up, man? Richard is also here. Good afternoon to you, Richard. Thanks for tuning in. And so I'll put a watch on my wrist here. I would probably, if I was, you know what? Okay, so here's the deal. This is what I usually wear every single day. Well, something close. A V-neck shirt, some jeans, some comfy sneakers. But see, I would wear even an 18 karat gold version like this. I think the fire alarms just went off. What was that? I've never heard that sound before. Was that your text message? No? Okay. He's just waving me to keep going. But look at, I like this. I mean, just pops from everything else that I have on today with that 18 karat gold that's a part of it. One other thing too is when we're talking about that mother of pearl, which is, I didn't realize this at first, but I think this is a pretty cool, we can go in tight, Jamie, on this. I want to show you something, a little extra feature. When I turn this watch upside down, you'll be able to see what I think is a cool factor. Check this out. Look at that subdial at that 6 o'clock position. There's actually an anchor that's a part of that too. A little bit of that nautical influence, which I definitely like. I think that's very cool, as you'll see right about there. Love that. And look at that mother of pearl pop too. Okay, you guys, if you want to order this, it's 658-438. Again, 658-438 to get in to this Bolt chronograph, 50 millimeter that's been going on. Let's see. Richard said he is rocking his sub 3 GMT today. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go along with it. Angel, he said that alarm is going off because those watches are so freaking hot, and I agree. So anyway, Richard also said he's wearing his San 3 today, his GMT version. Actually, the next watch that I have coming up, and maybe that's a good segue, is a Subaqua Noma 3. So I'm just going to take these watches and place them off to the side here just for a second and grab that. Oh my gosh, so cool. Okay, Subaqua Noma 3. So there's something actually pretty cool that goes along with this watch, this Subaqua Noma 3. The item number, I just got to check here really quick, is item number 660109. Again, that's 660179 for the Invicta men's 50 millimeter Subaqua Noma 3 Swiss quartz chronograph, stainless steel bracelet watch. I am very partial to this timepiece. That just goes along with this because I think this watch really represents Invicta and just who we are as a company in so many different variations. So first of all, this is a watch that we came out with. That's Merit. Yep. It's a little hard. It's with that case too. It's hard to get the sound to go down. Anyway. Okay. So anyways, and that's what makes these shows fun. I mean, it's just totally, we just roll as we go is what it is. So what I like about this and why this represents Invicta so much is that, everything good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So what goes along with this is we have a patented case that goes along, patented bracelet as you'll just see here off to the side. And then along with that is 500 meters of water resistance because this is that Subaqua Noma version. And we're known for the bigger timepieces, known for the variations, known for some of the diver watches that you see out there. And this movement is actually really cool. If you guys have only been collecting for maybe a year or two, you may have not have seen this movement before. And what this is, it is a 50-50E from Ronda, a Swiss variation. And I'm actually going to start the chronograph here for a second, and you'll see. So actually AL, if you guys know with the Ronda Z60, which is a movement we use quite a bit, AL actually worked with Ronda to create that movement. Well, before that, AL worked with them to create this 50-50E. The E actually stands for AL. And when I came on board, coming up on 7 years, the first watch I treated myself to when I came on board with Invicta full-time was a Subaqua Noma 4 with the same movement on the inside. And so what you get here is you have your perpetual seconds. That goes along with the time with the hour and the minute hand. Down here is the fast runner, and it just went into a power reserve mode, and it does so for the first 30 minutes. So even if I stop the chronograph right now, you'll see that 1/10 of a second hand actually then stops at 9/10 of a second. I'm going to keep this going for another minute. Then what you have over here at that 9 o'clock position is a dual subdial, and if you watch right here, you'll see there's a minute marker that goes, and also a 12-hour. So if I rotate it up a little bit, you can see both those different variations with the outer chapter ring and the inner. And then of course, right here, the framing, there's the day of the week indicator. So watch what happens now. When I do a reset, stop and reset. You look at that register at that 9 o'clock position, you can see both hands there that represent your 12-hour scale and also then your 30-minute chronograph that's also associated. So this movement is a Swiss movement on the inside, just drenched in 18 karat gold along with that. And it's item number 660109. So if you guys want to get that bling on, and again, I would wear something like this with what I have on here today. Wearing all those dark colors, and then you have that watch that just pops. I mean, people are going to ask you about it. That's what makes it so much fun. We have the impact and scratch resistant flame fusion crystal that's also a part of this, the crown protector that goes over, triple screw down system. And if you look at those three little tabs, we call those rider tabs, they're popping up from the bezel. There are two different functions for that. First of all, it just indicates to you this is a Sub-Aqua Noma 3. And second of all, is that it helps you in rotating the bezel. Instead of just grabbing from the outside, you can just rotate the bezel and use it as a timing device with this watch right here. So also, if you look on the very, very outside, yes, the outside of the chapter ring on the inside, there's a tachymeter scale that we've included in also for you. And what that does is you can measure speed over a certain unit of distance. Let's see what everybody else is saying here, because that watch is so hot. That's what Angel said. Luxury Watch Review channel, thank you so much for tuning in and commenting here. Let's see. Oh yes, Richard said, I never noticed the dual hands at the 9 o'clock subdial. Very cool. Yeah, I think it's very cool too. And I know Richard is quite a collector out there, and for him to learn something today, that actually makes me feel good. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. This item is, one second, it's 660109 if you guys wanna get into this. Sub-Aqua Noma 3. All right, we're gonna go on to the next watch. And remember, if you guys are just tuning in right now, I'm going to tell you a little something special for you to tune in on Thursday for my next show via YouTube, and it's going to be cool. I'll get more into that after the presentation of the next watch. So this next watch is item number 654122. Again, that's 654122, and it's actually 50 millimeter Venom Fang. When we came out with the original design of the Venom, it's really a staple collection for us at Invicta. And some people who had a little bit larger wrist size, like over that 8-inch wrist, 8 1/4, 8 1/2, and above and beyond, people were saying, you know what, that watch, it doesn't work on my wrist or it's uncomfortable. So I understand everybody has their different levels of comfort. It might be comfortable on somebody, might not be comfortable on somebody else. So what we came out with was a different design when it comes to the case of this timepiece, when it comes to the strap build and everything else. And just the design on this, people are asking, when are you bringing back the Venom Fang? Two different color choices. I'm gonna go right here. This is the brown version and then the gold version. So it's either the gold or black. You're ordering by bezel. But I'm gonna focus on the brown here just because it's a little bit more unique, that aubergine color. So when you look at the watch, first of all, a little bit similar design when it comes to the bezel of the timepiece, but we've changed up the screw down function pushers and also the screw down crown that's a part of the watch. So you still have that 1,000 meters of water resistance all associated with this particular watch, which is been known for. So we have the Z60 caliber on the inside, but I want you to look. If you look at the snake eyes that we've included in for each one of the hour markers that are going around, they're all on the body of a snake that's actually raised up from the rest of the dial. You can even see those little scales. And then even right down at the very bottom, there's the tail of the scale right between the 6 and 7 o'clock position. I'll just try to move it and work with the camera for a second. There you can see. Great shot, Jamie. You can just see that level of detail on the inside. And so, so with this, we have the Z60, which is kind of cool. It's the other movement that AL worked with Rhonda on. So perpetual seconds, 30-minute chronograph, day of the week, and then right down here you have your date of the month. Now here's something else I want to show you, just as zoomed up, and what people like about this watch is you have the snake on the inside and the snake eyes. But when I turn the watch up, you'll be able to see right here the snake eyes within the large scalloped edges of the bezel, and you can see the fangs coming down right here. But watch this, as I turn the watch even more, you'll be able to see the bottom portion right here. Whoops, sorry, it's a slight delay. Right here is, you can see the tongue coming out over the bottom of the mouth, and then how the tongue of the snake actually then splits, and that's actually how they sense objects around it. You can get this home for $208.99 or bring it home on a value pay of $34.83. Let me see what anybody else is saying here for comments. Oh, Jerry here. Jerry M is here. You know, it was actually really cool. There's one day I gave Jerry a call. If you guys aren't following Jerry on Facebook, you really should. He has a really, really cool collection of Invicta watches and just timepieces in general. And one day I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna give Jerry a call. And he was really, really cool just to talk to also. Let's see who else. Richard says he's wearing, oh, he's saying the Sub-Aqua Specialty with brown mother of pearl on stainless steel. Please, please, and please. I like that. I will talk to the watch department about that. That's actually a really good idea, Richard. I've never seen that before. So let me talk about that with the watch department. So again, here's what we're referring to as the black version. That black version that you get with the 18 karat gold. You can easily see that snake again within this timepiece. And of course, oops, wrong side. Right down here at the very bottom of the dial, you can see just how the tail of the snake is right over at that position. So 1,000 meters of water resistance that goes along with it. So here's the thing, you guys. Hold on for 1 second because I'm going to get what's coming up on Wednesday. I'm going to give a couple more announcements. So we have a top value coming up right here. There's one more version I think Jamie will show you on the web. And let me just say this. You want to tune in on Wednesday night. That's 11 p.m. Central Time. 9 o'clock out on the West Coast, midnight East Coast. We have 3 variations here, but we will have a 4th variation also. And what this is, it's the Speedway Viper. It's 54 millimeters. And if you go to Evine right now, yeah, you can buy it. I think it's a fantastic price right now, and Jamie will show that red one if you can in a minute. But I'll just show you the different color options right here. So we're ordering this. This would be a green version, and look at that abalone shell. These are all abalone shells on the inside. Look at that. The next color choice we're going to have is we're going to call that the blue. This one I think is super, super hot. This is called the purple. And you can see just even on the bottom of the right here, the first layer, the first step of that bezel is done in that purple also. And then we also have what we're calling a red version, as you'll see right there. So you'll see the Evine price. That's not going to be the top value price. I would hold off and I would wait until Wednesday night when Justin and, let me see who else, I think it's Justin and Kendi. That's on Wednesday. Yeah, it's Justin and Allison. So you want to tune in for that. And you guys want to get a couple of these watches. I mean, they're super comfortable on the wrist, super, super hot. I'll put one on my wrist so you can just see it here really quick. And then we have one more announcement for you. So the next show of mine, here I'll show this really quick on a tight shot so you can see what this watch looks like. It's 54 millimeters, but you guys, it plays like a 50, maybe 52. Easily doable out there. And look at that abalone shell on the inside. Super, super hot. Oh my gosh, I just got to look at it a little bit more. So you'll see the registers, it's on the very outside. You can see that purple abalone shell just pop on the very outside. Registers are done in metal, but everything underneath is that abalone shell. So here's the other thing, you guys. I really want you to tune in, and I want you to let your friends know too. This coming Thursday, we're going to do our first really sort of remote location when it comes to this type of show. And we're going to be out at a brewery. Actually, it's a brewery where I grew up and actually went to high school in that town. It's actually called the Back Channel Brewery. Kimberly's going to be there with me. Fatima is going to be there with me. And if anyone's watching right now who's local, contact me via social media and let me know because we're going to have some collectors that are also going to be part of the show hanging out at the brewery with us. And that's going to be at 4 p.m., or I'll go Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, this coming Thursday. That's 2 o'clock West Coast out there for you guys. And if you're tuning in during the show, there's actually going to be a little code that I'm going to give you during that show, which definitely is to your benefit. So I appreciate that. Also, one final thing is if you guys want to, I'm going to do another collector feature of the week for me. And so if you want to send an email with your photo, check out my Instagram. I'll do a post on that. But a photo of a watch that you have, it's a chance for you to actually win a free feature on my Instagram page. So that's email to invictacollectors@gmail.com. So anyways, I'm going to be here a little bit later tonight. Thank you so much. Be sure that you're subscribing to Evine. Click that little subscribe button right down at the bottom. And I will see you guys on this channel Thursday, 5 p.m. East Coast time. Take care, you guys. Thanks for tuning in.